Welcome again to this session. At this point, we're talking about the media-based approach. Media-based approach. This approach is also known as the material modality. The media act as the teacher surrogate or the mediated instructor. Instructional media enable us capture and preserve educational messages and establish conditions which enable the student to acquire knowledge, to acquire skills, to acquire cherished attitudes. Once again, the media act as the teacher surrogate or the media instructor. And I've said that the media, therefore, enables the student to capture and preserve educational messages and to establish conditions which enable the student to acquire knowledge, skills, and attitude. Here, the instructional messages provided through educational media are well designed. They are carefully predetermined and they are pre-organized as well as fixed, whereas the teacher modality that we discussed before may be extemporaneous. That means may be unplanned. It just speaks extempore. Lessons must be planned when it comes to media modality. Again, we have the total mediation, which enables us to provide individualized or independent access instruction for direct teaching and learning. Of course, there are affordances of that, advantages. This type of approach caters for individual differences in their preferences for different types of media. Some may prefer to listen, some may prefer pictures, some others may prefer audiovisual. Some will like to have things they interact with that they manipulate because of their learning styles. It allows us to have flexible instructional systems. These are beautiful advantages of the media mediated. The role of the teacher in a media-based learning environment is that of a catalyst, is that of a guide, is that of a counselor. He observes, so is the observer, and he helps as the evaluator. So it all depends on how it is applied. But what should be the student's role when you have the media-mediated approach? The student, in this case, takes more responsibility for their own learning. The student has to be responsible for what he learns. The student becomes more active, creative, more engaged. He is involved in the process of learning. Now, let's look at another one, the peer modality. The peer-mediated approach or peer modality is about students learning from one another. Students helping others to grow. Students helping others to acquire skills. Students helping others to acquire knowledge and to develop the cherished attitudes as stipulated maybe in the curriculum of training. Peer tutoring may be regarded as an aspect of people-based instruction. And in this case, the lesson must be planned. You do not just leave the students to do whatever they like. The lesson must be planned as well. Students must pick their peer tutors themselves so that they are not working with people they are not in good relationship with. So a teacher must be there as an observer. Now let's look at group learners. Students could learn in groups. And we have in some groups, they are the same. And in some others, there is no uniformity in terms of their ability. We have mixed ability. Where we have the mixed ability students working together in a group, that is called heterogeneous. Heterogeneous group learners. Then, where they have uniform ability, we call that homogeneous group learners. And the features of the modality goes like this. Number one, it involves the use of structural modules. The modules are structured and adequate opportunities are given to asking questions, discussing answers, and the like. There is also close monitoring and supervision by the teacher. So, in this session, we have actually considered some patterns of student and teachers interaction, patterns of interaction, the student behavior patterns, rate fixing, frustration, cooperation, distributed effort. I think we mentioned Skyping as well. And we have considered the media-based approach. We've looked at the issue of the advantages. We have considered advantages of media-based learning environment, how that the teacher therefore picks another role of being a catalyst, a guide. I know you can supply the rest. Yes, and the students also, they are more responsible for what they learn. We've discussed the peer modality and how the students could learn in groups, either as heterogeneous groups or and homogeneous groups. We're going to stop for now. Thank you for viewing.